2024 NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp D-League Day 2. This is the official teams for the rest of the week. It's our first time seeing Energy. And we saw the Rimrockers and Altitude play earlier. Altitude returns to Court 1. Energy will be the opposing team, in which, as it's their first time, we welcome Barros, Sorcy, Padilla, Wolfgang, Ortiz, Aquino, and Michael making up Team Energy, with head coach Jay Jewell. On the other side, Altitude welcoming back head coach Sam Garski with Nino, Michael, Willis, Krieg, Lindsey, Gellington, and Lau. First half, 15 minutes. Second half, 17 minutes. It's our second game after our dinner break. And if you are relaxing after dinner, just relax your mind, let your conscience be free. Get down to the sounds of the VOC. Coach is taking a little extra time coaching the team before stepping out onto the court for the 5v5. Energy in orange, Altitude in white. Once again, I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and Altitude and Sam Garski taking a loss earlier to the Rimrockers under head coach Will Hooker. Sam Garski looking to get a victory now and even up his one-day record of 1-1. Winning the tip is Energy. And bringing the ball up, acting as the point guard, DJ Michael, who had a fantastic day yesterday in the evaluation games. Energy taking their time on the outside. Has to pass it out. Close to that 5-second violation. Underneath, wrapping up with the right hand, Braylon Barros scores first for Energy. Had a little extra time to rest after all their camps and drills earlier this morning. Long rebound out to Lau. Lau up to Lindsey. Lindsey had a great game earlier. He's going to find the backdoor. Krieg tries to put it up from 10 feet, and Krieg is the first to score for Altitude. The opposite side. Scoring this time will be Dominic Sorcy. The dribble drive, floating it up, not going to go. That was Michael. Sorcy back with it. Finds a lane, tries to scoop up and under, didn't have the power. And Krieg has 2 points, now a rebound. Lau. The jab step, the drive. Michael creeps it up. Game ties it up at 4-4, and Sam Garski sees Blaze Michael drive and score, and he doesn't smile. He doesn't do anything on the way back down, and Garski says, we're here to have fun. You got to smile. You got to have some fun. Krieg, baseline. Lau finds him. Krieg, the back down. Powerhouse, blocked by Ortiz. Right to left, good movement. Underneath goes Barros. Barros with 4 points. Michael lost the handle. Sorcy will kick it up court to DJ Michael. He'll take the three. Opposite side, Lau, chased from behind by Barros. Initially got the steal, but somehow Lau grasps back onto it and then scores 2 for Altitude. Michael. Lau open for three. Comes up short with great defense from Brentley Wolfgang. Stepping out to him to defend well. Second time, Ortiz couldn't quite get there to put any pressure on Michael. Sometimes shots just miss. Ortiz, count the basket and a foul. Ortiz, who we saw in the evaluation games as an above-average scorer, a dominant scorer, can shoot from anywhere, takes his first attempt straight to the hoop and gets fouled through the contact, has a three-point opportunity. Ortiz misses the opportunity on the three-point play. Zach Krieg dominating on both sides. He was the first to score for Altitude. He's grabbed multiple defensive rebounds. And he's running the length of the floor every single time as a big man. Sometimes you have your big men go a little bit slower than the last to the play, but Zach Krieg making sure that he's getting there on each try. Wolfgang.
Center cam. Center cam.
Barros, top of the arc three, comes down to Ortiz. Ortiz all the way through, fading from 10. Back iron, comes down to Lindsay. Michael. Michael. Wing deep two, toes just across the line. Wolfgang, 6-footer, no use of the backboard. That was his first mistake. Lindsay has Krieg to his left. Lindsay breezes by him and the rest of the defense. Blows the layup. Barrows gets the rebound past Krieg. Michael, top of the arc. This time his feet were behind the line, but the ball was not through the hoop. Barros able to put it in. Four-point lead for Energy. Ball goes into the paint for Ortiz. He swings it over to Wolfgang. He'll take a deep two. Poe goes up, nearly out of bounds. Barrows keeps it in play. Backdoor pass to Ortiz. Yes! Michael driving, floating, denied by the rim. Ortiz protecting the paint, making sure no white jersey will get a rebound. Barros drives it up, got it off the block. High-scoring D-League game, 16-8. Energy has doubled up the score on Altitude. And Altitude on day one, possibly looking at an 0-2 record to start the week. Lindsay for three. It's good. Lindsay, the knockdown triple in the face of Barrows. Closes the gap just to 5. 2 free throws on the way for Dominic Sorcy. Sorcy hits both. Blaze Michael spins underneath with the reverse. What a play by Blaze Michael. 6 points for Michael, leading scorer on Altitude. The 3, short. They'll give him another chance. He'll give it up, though, to DJ Michael. Michael against Michael. Nice pass inside and a good finish from assist to the score. Dominic Sorcy will send it to a timeout with a 7-point lead to Energy. (2013) score, Energy leading Altitude. A close one. Although it seems that Energy is truly dominating this game, the Altitude continues to make big shots and big plays that put them at this 7-point deficit. And we've been 10 minutes into this game, just over 4 minutes to go. And when you really look at it, just 2 of those big plays back to back instead of waiting a possession or 2 can immediately change this game. But the way Energy is scoring, just like we see here with Caden Padilla, it's not easy for Altitude to do this. If they continue their offense, they can come back. But if they continue their defense, their offense needs to step up even more than usual. Back iron for the 3-point shot from Lindsay. Comes down to Padilla, the freshly entered player for Energy. Foul results in free throws. Here is Josiah Aquino. Aquino misses both. Long rebound for Ortiz. Keeps it on the offense. Push low. Drags it to the other side. Aquino forced to take it back out. Over to Michael. Dribbles hard. Kick out for Sorcy. Sorcy kicks right side now. Padilla. He'll try to take the drive. 2 defenders get on him. Someone's open. It'll be Sorcy for 3. Comes up short, but it stays offense again thanks to the offensive rebounding of Ortiz. And now Aquino will get an offensive board. Ortiz will try another deep ball. And finally, Altitude gets their hands on it, gets possession with Nino, and a transition foul. It'll stay with Altitude. Altitude a chance to set up their offense with Michael, Willis, Lau, Nino, and Lindsay. Michael's first initial pass gets stripped by Padilla. Up to Michael. He'll go up with the right hand. Get denied by the backboard. Lau steaming down court. Willis is by his side. Michael is too. Lau kicks it up under, scooping with the right hand. It's going to stay with Altitude on the inbound. Nino on the high post finds Lau. Nearing 1 minute left in the first. Michael. Turn, shoots, blocked by Padilla.
1 minute left.
Quick inbound to Lau. Blocked from behind. And a push. Some contact. DJ Michael. Too much skin, not enough leather. Lau will be taking two. Ten seconds. Lau got the second.
10 seconds of the rebound. Inbound.
Possibly the final shot. Energy hoping to take their time. They're up by 8, looking for one final shot. Michael creating the separation. He'll take it for 3. Pogo's off the rim as we end the half. 22-14 is the score. The Energy led by Jay Jewell looking to take down Sam Garski's Altitude. 22-14 at the end of the first half. 17 minutes to go. You're watching the 2024 NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, week number 2. And this is day 2 of week 2. As the evaluation games ended last night, coaches went behind closed doors, drafted the teams, and this is where we stand. For the D-League, Energy and Coach Jay Jewell, Altitude and Coach Sam Garski. Just through 15 minutes, 22-14 is the score. We saw the Rimrockers take down Altitude earlier today right here on Court 1. So we'll see if Altitude can tie up their record for the day, 1-1. I know Coach Sam Garski trying to get his team together. They have the talent, they have the skill, the ability, they have it all, but it's just not quite coming together yet. And that's what he's trying to change in the second half and see if they can make the comeback win and get the pressure off of them. Michael. He'll make his attack on Wolfgang. Lost it high as Padilla got his hand in the mixture. Michael, a quick inbound to Lau for the corner. Lau tosses it up off the backboard. Great start, second half for Altitude. Nathan Lau now has 5 total points. He had 3 in the first half. Barros had 8 points in the first half. 10 points for Dominic Sorcy. Caden Padilla and Ortiz had 2 points apiece. When it comes to Altitude, 6 points for Blaze Michael, 2 points for Zach Krieg. Ryder Lindsay with 3 points, and once again, Lau had 3, now has 5 total. Caught on the double dribble. Josiah Kino tried to get it out, fumbled the ball, and unfortunate that he couldn't keep it going to Dominic Sorcy. Blaze Michael will take a 3 from the right side corner. Nicks the rim and comes down. A fight for the ball between Craig and Barros. Barros will strip it from him, have a chance to run down, and forced to pick up the ball. Wolfgang. Defense reaches in. It'll stay with Energy. Corner 3. Up and over, weak side. Barros tries the second attack. Wolfgang will have a chance at the third. Third time's the charm is what they say. Wolfgang using the footwork, but Krieg stands tall like a tower. Michael to Krieg. Krieg will put it up. Just rattles off. Sam Garski loved the play, loved the shot by Krieg, but hates that the basket does not want the ball to go through. Barros sends it backdoor, flying into Sorcy, and Sorcy didn't exactly know what was coming to him at that moment. Had to lunge forward and couldn't quite get the grasp. Push from behind, count the basket for Lau, and send him to the free throw line for a 3-point play. Lau will go right back at it. He missed the free throw, but he gets the rebound, attacks right back at it, and now a 2-point game. Blocked from behind. Nino comes flying in to deny the shot by Padilla. Sam Garski loving it. 2-point game. He said, we're cutting it down. You got to be happy. You got to keep playing. You're playing great basketball right now. 3-point shot. Banks it through. Ends the run. Dominic Sorcy be the first made basket in the second half by Energy. Sorcy had 10 points in the first half, now a total of 13. Michael hits the deck with the foul. Count the three and a possible 4-point play. Blaze Michael, 6 points in the first half, going to add 3 here. And the very rare 4-point play, more rare than a Long John Silver's. Michael, he'll get it. The 4-point play by Blaze Michael cuts the game down to 1. Barrows defended by Lau, a block from behind by Nino, but caught part of the hand. Padilla will be shooting 2. At the line will be Padilla after the break. 25-24 Altitude on the comeback. Are we getting free throws? Oh. 25-24, Energy leading by 1. Lau has done a world of difference in the second half. He has 6 second half points. 9 total. Altitude's leading scorer. Excuse me, second leading scorer right behind Michael. Michael, Altitude offense taking their time. Nino, he'll drive, reverse, blocked by Wolfgang. It looks like there is some contact across the arm. Nino will shoot 2. Nino misses everything. Nino makes up for it on the second one. That's his first point. Ties it up at 25 apiece. Wing 3 breaks off the block. Lindsay rebound, and Sam Garski saying he loves it. He wanted to see it. He wanted to see the score change from 25-24 to 25-25. He saw that number drop and said, this game is ours. We just have to keep on fighting. 8 minutes left. Energy running their offense like we haven't seen before. Taking their time every possession. Running longer and longer and not rushing like we saw in the first half. Just inside the three-point line. Front iron kept alive. And an easy shot as it touches every part of the rim and falls for Padilla. The toilet bowl roll flushed through. Blaze Michael spins through multiple defenders, fouled from behind. Coach Sam Garski saying we're living at the line. Soon enough, he might have to start paying rent. We're at 7. Michael earning points one by one. Michael will tie it up. 12 points for Blaze Michael. The tandem between Michael and Lau have allowed this comeback. Ortiz working the paint for Energy. Has to be careful about that 3-second call. He was waiting down there for a while.
Timeout, court 1.
Barros
Timeout,
will
court
be
1.
the one to enter. Gets it right into Ortiz. Count the points and then send it to a break. 29-27, Energy gets a lead before the break. Two-point game, 29-27, 6 minutes left. Sam Garski says his team living at the free throw line. And what we know from the game of basketball, free throws wins games. And you call them free because they're just free shots, and they're almost free points. But you have to count on them. You have to do your work. You have to get to the free throw line. You have to take your time. You have to make sure they fall, or else it's wasted time. Blocked from behind by Ortiz. Ortiz puts the flame out of Blaze Michael. It'll stay with altitude. We'll see how that affects their offense. Ortiz still on the play. Lindsay turns and shoots. Ortiz is right there for the rebound. Ortiz on the attack. Lau gets his hand in there, disrupts the play, and forced the turnover. Blaze Michael quickly with the inbound. DJ Michael right by his side. A lot of contact. Both coaches looking at the officials, waiting for a whistle. And it looks like they're going to call this defensive, but head coach Jay Jewell of Energy said he had his elbow straight up in his face. But I think the officials are going to say he never extended the elbow. He was just keeping his arm out to create space, and it's the defender's fault that he went into the arm because there was no extension, and that's usually what the officials see to make that call. Lindsay here will go right down and score for Altitude. Tie it up at 29-29, and best case scenario for Altitude and Sam Garski a travel on Energy. No forced turnovers. They just giving the ball over themselves. Four minutes and counting. Nino from the top. Lindsay sandwiched between orange jerseys, flings it up, had Blaze Michael on the outside wing, decides to take it while double teamed instead, and it leads to no points. Willis, Lindsay, Nino, Lau, and Michael are the five for Altitude. Michael takes a three from the outside, off the mark. Second chance won't go. Ortiz tries to bat it back up in, but Lindsay is right there to force it the other direction. Lindsay, 1-2 step, right side reverse, comes up short. A standstill of scoring, possession after possession. Ball can't find any basket. Ortiz steps into a three. It's good. The knockdown triple puts Energy back up by 3. Three-point baskets at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp changed the game immensely. That extra point you get from outside the perimeter, you just simply cannot get back. Yes, you can earn points at the free throw line, but three-point baskets are so hard to come by. The defenses do such a great job. You just don't get open shots that way. You'd be lucky to, 1, get an open shot there, and then 2, to make it. So that three-point bucket in crunch time is bigger than any other shot that we've seen yet in the game. Blaze Michael won't be able to answer with his 3. Leading pass up court. The defense has to get there. Nino tries to apply the pressure. He does. Closing in on 2 minutes. Coach Sam Garski says, only down 3, you have plenty of time, and that's exactly right. No need to rush, no need to take deep shots. Just continue the game the way you've been playing, because that's how we got here in the first place.
Timeout, court 1.
We'll take a timeout as we enter the final 2 minutes. Will the full court press come into play? You'll find out next. Final 2 minutes of this D-League league game. It is the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Final 2 minutes starts now. It's a 3-point game. Team Altitude has been behind nearly the entirety of the game. They made the comeback in the second half. Now down 3, trying to complete the comeback.
I know it's kind of messed up, but like another one bites those.
32-29, it is Energy leading Altitude. At the free throw line is Lau. I believe it was a shooting foul, so he should have 2. In the final 2 minutes, all fouls that are not shooting or offensive fouls will be a 1-and-1, but this one was shooting. So Lau, he gets the first, makes it a 2-point game. Lau hits both. 1-point game in the second half. 17 points to Altitude, 10 points to Orange. They've come back 7 points, and they still find themselves down by 1. Timeout. (32-31), 1-point game. Energy, ball in hand. They're the team that is up under 2 minutes. Full court press is allowed, and that can be the difference maker. Are they ready for the press? I know Team Altitude is. They're going to apply the pressure, apply the heat everywhere they can. As Barros gives up the ball to Wolfgang. He'll set up for 3 to make it a 2-possession game. Ortiz is the last to touch it. 1 minute, 5 seconds as the clock stops. Down by 1. A 3 can put them up by 2. A 2 can just put them in the lead. Can they rely on their defense like they have this entire second half to create a stop after a shot? That's the question that Sam Garski has to be asking himself. Or is he available? Does he have a player that can hit a 3 and change the outcome in the biggest way possible? Lindsay to the rack over Ortiz. 7 points for Lindsay. Comes in at the biggest moment. Barros all the way out to the corner. 3 on the way. Nicks the rim. Zach Krieg, a rebound with Nino. They're fighting for it on the same team. And then the jump ball finally occurs between 2 white jerseys and 2 orange. And with the jump ball, alternating possession, 30 seconds left. The ball will go to the hands of Energy. Barros will launch it deep to Michael. They're down by 1 now. In the opposite position they were in the last time they were down. Wolfgang at the top, guarded by Lau. Ortiz guarded by Lindsay. Lindsay a little handsy. It looks like they're going to call that on him. 1-and-1 for Ortiz as the clock stops at 14. Has a chance to tie, has a chance to take the lead, or can possibly give the ball up for a rebound to either team. Ball goes loose, out of bounds. Sam Garski going to call his timeout. It'll be Energy ball coming in with the altitude, not only with the lead, but also with the ball. Altitude with the ball, up one. Needing to hold the ball for 14 seconds. The inbound goes the opposite direction. Barros driving against Lau. Foul. Free throws for Barros. It'll be 2 instead of a 1-1.
9 seconds left.
9 seconds. The make it or break it. Garski looks distraught. Barros misses the first of 2. Now, just a chance to tie from the free throw line. Nine. Just in case you're wondering, if it is tied at the end of regulation, we will go into an overtime period. We'll get to those rules if it's needed, as Barros does tie it up. That's his first point in the second half, and it couldn't come at a better time. 6 seconds and counting. Lindsay, 3 seconds to get it off. Lindsay to the rack. Can't finish it off. We'll head to overtime here in the D-League. Energy, altitude, in extra time. Overtime in the D-League. Altitude, Energy battling it out the entire game. First half was all Energy. Second half was all Altitude. And now it comes to a 1-minute overtime. Same rules as what you would get in the final 2 minutes of the normal game. Barros, straight off the tip, goes straight down under and scores for Energy, hoping to close out the game. We will have as many overtimes as needed until we have a victor. Lau gets blocked on his drive down. Couldn't replicate what Barros did just on the other side. Lau keeps it in, but he throws it straight to the opposing team. That's Dominic Sorcy. Michael kicks it back out. Barros can't go back-to-back possessions, but it still remains an offense. Lindsay takes it away. No whistle. Possibly could have got called for a jump ball, but Altitude breaks away with it. Lau, a lot of contact there. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Lau. 14 seconds remain. Big free throws for Lau. Garski mentioned earlier they're living at the free throw line, but will their lease be canceled? Lau able to hit the first of two. 1 point game.
14 seconds left after the free throw. 14 seconds.
Nino is back at half court. An extra defender back there just in case. Second free throw just bounces off. Offense keeps with it. Lindsay pushes the ball out to Lau. 10 seconds left. Lau tied up for the jump ball along with Dominic Sorcy. Energy won the tip in the overtime period, so it's going to stay with Altitude. 9 seconds for Altitude, down by 1. You're not thinking 3, you're thinking layup. Needs to get it out before the 5-second violation. And Coach Sam Garski is going to call the timeout to avoid the violation. 35-34, 9 seconds when we come back. (35-34), 9 seconds remain. Altitude with the ball, down by 1. Here's the inbound from Lindsay. Needs to get a shot off. Lindsay throws it up, bounces, pogos, hangs on the rim, and drops off. Energy will hold on in overtime. After the Altitude came back largely, it was a 2-point bucket by Barros that sends overtime packing, and Energy with the victory. This has been the D-League at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.